Hey, good afternoon everyone, welcome back to another music production live stream with me, Human Synthetics. I hope you're well. This afternoon it's another beat battle with Groovin in G, who should be live on his channel at some point soon as well. This is a bit of a last minute thing, we didn't have too much time to promote it, but we're going ahead anyway. So nothing too fancy on this one. We're going to be using only the Amigo 2.0 sampler with samples of our choice, production methods of our choice. There's no limit to the sounds we can use. Effects are okay. You know, be they stock or third-party things, I think that's all fine. Just no soft synths or PSTs like that. So, yep, usual drill, 2 hours to make something. I've been thinking about mulling it over since we decided to go ahead with what I'm going to do. Actually, I've got a bit of a plan, not necessarily a plan as to like how I want it to, what it's actually going to sound like, but certainly some techniques that I want to showcase. And then we'll catch up on a Zoom here and see how it went for both of us. So hopefully it'll go ahead smoothly. But yeah, we're going to start at 2 PM. So in 5 minutes, I just wanted to go live now. I wasn't rushing to explain all the details. But yeah, all samples are fine. We've just got everything's got to play back through the Amigo 2.0. If you haven't seen it yet, or if you don't own it, it's certainly worth getting. But there's been some nice new features added as of 2.0. I've downloaded it during the week and been checking them out. It's really cool. It's got like an LFO section now, which is pretty nifty. Feels a bit tighter all round, actually. I've been listening to a lot of drum funk and just like classic Y2K drum and bass lately, so I'm feeling that I might be channeling that this afternoon. Not necessarily an ambient thing. I like to do something a bit darker and focused on the breaks. So that's probably where I'm going to spend the majority of my time. The first hour or so will be getting the sounds together, getting a vibe and then getting a vibe down, getting an atmosphere down. And then arranging, mixing, having some sort of finished piece of music, ideally. Hey Prince, hey Mr. Jim. Last time I actually managed to post it on Bandcamp. If I can do that this time, I will. And I will bounce down all of the sounds to share it on Patreon, as well as the project for anyone that has Amigo 2.0. Yes, I think we're all set now. We'll wait for the time. George is live on his channel at Groovin in G. It is in the video description. If you just click on the app, you'll go through to him, and he should be live now. We are in touch over WhatsApp. I feel George might be in Logic, using Logic for this one. I'm going to be in Ableton, obviously. I've used the Amigo a bit, not as much as George. I feel like George is much more of a super user, and so may have the competitive edge, but I've certainly been working a lot on my own music recently, so I'm feeling in the creative headspace to do something. I feel like I've just been listening through some of my breaks as well and think that I've got a few down that I just want to pull in. That feels like a bit of an unfair preparation, but I think that's okay to just have a flick through all my samples. I've seen the way George organises his sample library as well, and it's like he uses Iced Audio Finder. He's pretty on top of his sample organisation. I thought I was organised. I think he takes it to the next level, actually. Yeah, 2 minutes to go. I've got a timer here ready, 2-hour timer, and then we'll get cracking. While we're waiting, if you can give the video a like on YouTube, this stream, that's great, thank you. If you're watching it afterwards. So effects are okay, like stock or VST effects are fine. I guess I can use Max for Live stuff too, as long as it's not like generating sound. I wouldn't mind a respace, but I'm not sure how I'm gonna... I kind of want to make one, but not sure how I'm gonna do that. We'll see. We'll see what happens. So breaks first, I reckon. Let's do our drum breaks first. I think I'm just going to get going now. Right, I'm starting the timer. I've got a 2-hour timer here. Let's go. Yeah, that's rolling. Okay. Right. So I feel like I will try and answer any questions from the chat, but I might just be like deep in creative mode. And I'll try and look over a bit. Let's just pull in a few of these. Annoyingly, with like Apple stuff, they all load on my other screen. This is fine. It's just a starter for now. Right. I've got the breaks in mind I want to use as well. So these are shared from my friend Simon. Thanks, Si, for these. I've got these in other packs, but I was... Where are they? Yeah, I'm going to try this one. Bambara, Shack Up. Also the Scorpio break. I'm quite into that at the moment. And probably an Amen. Alright, so I think the first thing I'm going to do is tidy them up here. Like, so... because they're not all like equally looped and stuff like that. And I feel like this is something that, you know, some choppage videos and stuff, people are starting with breaks that have already been tidied up and looped nicely. It's actually quite good if you can see how that's done. So we're going to be doing a lot of resampling, I feel. All of my channels are set up to just be automatically resample. Right. I'm going to turn warp off or deal with these breaks. I'm probably going to work at the break tempo. So it's how long is it? It's 4 bars. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. Yeah, like 4 bars long. So whether or not I want to use the whole thing, I want to chop it hit by hit, and I'll show you how I'll show you like a good workflow method to do that in the Amigo from Ableton, because it's not necessarily evident how you're going to do that. It's got a nice kick though, this. Alright, we'll try the whole thing. Okay, so I'm warping it at the rough tempo the break the project is at. And what I'm going to be doing here now is like, I am going to slice it to MIDI. So I'm just going to look through where all of the hits are. See these transient markers? Because this is then going to feed into how it chops up in Amigo, and I'll show you what I mean by doing it. Alright, cool. So we'll right click and we'll slice to new MIDI track by transient. The thing about this break is it has been like tightened up. There's no silence at either end of it. How does it look for like? It looks nicely in. There's not any weird phasing issues, so I don't think I need to resample it. Actually, we're just going to chop it up like this. Yeah, we'll just slice to MIDI, because I will hear in slicing to MIDI if all of the transients have worked. So 44 slices, right? What's this like? Done a pretty good job, I think. I just quantized it there. I'm just going to legato everything so all the notes are continuous, and then pull up the velocity so we'll hear what it's like now as well. Okay, that's good. So if the MIDI, it's pulled out all of the MIDI correctly as to where these, like, each hit of the drum is, which is going to come. I'm going to use to like follow along the same process in the Amigo, slicing it hit by hit. A future of machines, hey Sparky Optrix. Yeah, this was a bit of a last minute thing for George and I, but we were like, yeah, we're going to go ahead because it's going to be Christmas soon, it's holiday season soon all over the place, isn't it? So we just thought we'd seize the day and go ahead anyway. Right, so in the Amigo, I'm going to load the break as well. Am I going to resample it? I'm just going to have it like this. Okay, so and now I'm going to. I have practiced this like once. Okay, so we want it in slice mode, right? And then we're going to go auto slice. Okay, and now I can pull over our MIDI from this channel here that we've used, just slicing it to sampler by transient. Then copy this MIDI over, and we'll need to put it up like to C3, which is where Amigo plays back from. C3 MIDI note. So you can hear it's not sliced, it's not caught every hit. Threshold division. Okay, so we can increase the sensitivity, which is awesome here with this threshold division. If I do it like right down at 2, what's that like? That's pretty good though. That's done. That's better. So there's like a hit here. If I just double click, that'll add a slice in here. We've got like an extra one there we can take out. Get this one here. Imagine we've got that. This is the kind of thing, once you do it once, you know, you want to make sure you save anything like this. Okay, so what's happening there? This is where it can get quite fiddly, but I think it's worth the extra effort. Okay, it's like kind of got these like that, I think. I'm just going to pull this up here so it starts from that. It hasn't done this. Right, okay. But I would definitely want that to be an extra hit there. I'd want that to be like that. Okay. So I'm going to just move these up. Cool. I kind of want those to just be one as well, so I'm just going to lengthen these MIDI notes out. Hopefully this is actually easier than in sampler because I don't have to move slices about. So if I take these off, just pull these up like that. Okay, cool. I think we've got it. Let's take it back to the top here. Awesome. Cool. So now that's just like stage one. So now I'm going to want to go through and just like check how close on the money they are. You know, they're probably like here. That could definitely come. If I'm finding it's clicky, I'll just go and try and like clear it up afterwards. By clicky, I mean it's like it's not the start point of anyone's slice is not on a 0 point volume wise, so it's slicing where there is actually sound being played, and that causes an audible click. Well, it's not always audible, it's not always super clear that there is a click happening, but okay, let's say something here, you know, we could bring that right in the money. I think this will be worth it when we speed things up. I'm not going to work at this tempo. This is a bit of like a paradox thing, really. So here it's like dragging a bit, which is fine because that's probably because the pitch is a bit down. So here, yeah, okay. We'll see how long this has taken us as well. Like this, I'm kind of quite used to doing this with breaks. So like this feels like I trust the process. If you know, it can feel like, oh, this isn't going to be worth it. This is going to take too long every time. But I think it is worth it. And the more you do it, the quicker you get at it. It's sounding pretty good already. Like here, just pull this forward. This is definitely fiddly, like, but once you've done it, you can save it. You can save all the patterns as well. Like, Amigo is it feels like it's got like some snappiness as to like where it looks for 0 points, where it feels like it does. That isn't one necessarily, but like here, okay. Won't even use all these hits, but I reckon this is going to sound great when we start making new patterns of our own. Got some nice hi-hats, some really nice kicks in this break by the sound of it. We've just got to loop it. Awesome. So that's definitely like a nice little workaround in Ableton, how to chop slice by slice in the Amigo. Just do it to a sampler first, and then you have the MIDI, so you don't have to try and recreate the pattern in MIDI from nothing. All right, cool. So I'm actually going to go to like have loop on for each slice, have it ping pong. Yes, awesome. So you can mess with like the sample rate. If you pull that down a bit, see what it sounds like. Oh yeah. Crusty. Love it. Alright, I'm going to call this master, this clip. and I'll just rename this, like, I usually put the date 24/11/24, is it? Oh, palindrome, kind of. Amigo, this is Bambara, jack up. Break. Okay, cool. And I will just embed it so it's already in here. Okay, and maybe we'd want to like up the tempo at this point to probably like maybe 170 or something. Alright, so some of those sound a bit ridiculous, but now I'm going to start making some patterns. So I usually just do that on the timeline, because I can just slice up little phrases of it and stuff like that. It's just a method I've kind of developed over time. Alright, so that's fine, that can just be that big. You know, you got this nice... That's a nice little kick, isn't it? You know, you could have a nice two-step. They haven't got keep it simple for now. What do I want here? Like, I want that. That's quite a nice little shuffle. You got this nice bit here as well. Cool, that's cool. I'm going to duplicate that. It's a starter. this over again because we've got some more snares and stuff. Yeah, I want this. That's good. So I'm just going to like feed in bits of this, bits of break. Usually have like 8 bar phrases. Nice. All right, I'm going to merge that, and maybe I would bring the pitch up a little. Sounded pretty tight. Thanks, Future World Machines. Thank you. Just years of doing it, I suppose. And then I can work with this. I can work with this to create another loop from with what we've already made. So I tend to find like the phrasing kind of reveals itself as you're chopping. So like this little bit here, I like this. So we can maybe like work with this again and like just put it in this snare here. Yes. There was more here, wasn't there? I feel like that could be nice. You can take all of these tiny little snares, you could do something a bit more sparse, I feel. But like that. Could be cool. Yeah. Right, so we've got like another flavour there of break, of like variation, another 8-bar loop, which is great. So, you know, and see, I could do some more like chops here. And maybe take this one and just like move it over to get a lot of shuffle. probably like here. That's it. Yeah. I don't really think that works necessarily, actually. Let's go with you back here. How you were. What did I do? I'll just copy it back. The one thing I like doing is like shortening MIDI notes. Like this. Turn the gate on. Yes. That's so like cool. Yeah, I like doing it here. Maybe not. Look, start to build up intricacies here. Oh, well done. Cool. All right. Should we try the same thing with the Scorpio then? Hey, distant lands. Hey, Stampede. Hey, Gresh. Okay, nice. Already. Okay, so this is like it's saying 129, so we'll go back to working at that tempo. Yeah. Delete all that. Hope the volume's not too loud for the music. Okay, we're half an hour in now. Awesome, this is only 2 bars. We can do this in no time. They're like doubles, aren't they? You know, like. Okay, so I'm going to go Command Shift I and insert a transient here. I'm probably not even going to try and chop these last bits, you know. These are like doubles, aren't they? Okay, cool. I'm just going to right click, slice new MIDI, transient to sampler. Okay, that. Just have a listen. Okay, that's all right. That'll do. Okay, so we'll get a next instance of Amigo and we're going to do this Scorpio break. Okay, and we've got the MIDI here. We'll see what this is like. Okay, no. We'll slice it. Auto slice. And we're going to have to pull that sensitivity right down, probably. Okay, the threshold division. Let's give it a listen. Put the MIDI up. There we go. Alright. Let's just have a look at what's going on here. It's missing something. What's it missing? It's almost like you want it's almost like that has got like, and we've got like another little hit here. So this is long, and then we want this here, but this needs to be short. Am I right? Is that working? Yeah, do I make that longer so it's like, let's just keep going. That should be here though, I think. Okay. Yes. Okay, let's just tighten up the hits now. I'm not going to, probably not going to use that bit right at the end. Anyway. This is a good sounding break, the Scorpio break. I can't remember where it comes from. Dennis someone or other. It's like a funk instrumental. We'll get onto some other sounds now. We've spent 40 minutes on the breaks. Okay, that's fine. I normally always have just time left at the end, so maybe we're just going to fill it right up this time. Okay, something like this. I'll just zoom in on. One thing I'm used to is like the patterns, like making drum patterns. So I can kind of hear what's going to work before I start chopping it up. This stuff is where the time is sunk, really. Got some nice snares in this break, though. Really big, ringing snares, you know, doink, doink. You know, like here for this hit, this is some sort of flam, really. Or double stroke hit, really, on the drum. You can see where the wave form is kind of, and then we've got these just a kind of straight up quarter note, eighth note roll. Okay, it's not terrible, but I'm gonna stop worrying about the double strokes at the end and stuff. Master. Let's pull this over now. We'll make some loops of this too. So and we'll work at our jungle tempo too of what, like 170 or whatever it was we were at. See, it's got that nice weighty snare. Use this little make your own little shuffles. That's not bad, isn't it, that? Probably won't use it. There's another. No. There's a I'm just looking for like these tiny little hits. That's got not a lot of noise in it. There's another hi-hat here. Where is it? That's it there, isn't it? Or we can go for just like a... Might just use hits of this, do you know what I mean? Just want to go... I just might just like make a break of my own, like. Duplicate that. Oh, not the whole thing. Loop, duplicate. Work over here. I'll rename this. I'll just trying to find a pattern here. Yes, that's what I want. I can use the snapback plugin, and I probably will do it at some point. All right, cool. Now we're cooking. And I'm not going to do another break now because we'll try and get some other sounds in. I want some atmospheres or something. Yeah, something paddy. What can I do here that would be cool? I can't like resample. I wonder if I could make something like potentially from the Amen. Or I might just I kind of want to make something. Let's try and make something first, and if it doesn't work out, then I've got this just let's do it in the break itself. So just duplicate. I've got the Amen here. again, this is my friend sampled this from vinyl. Maybe we can make like a pad from the cymbal or something with some time stretching and reverb and stuff. We could do some sound design of some sort. That could be fun, couldn't it? See, Future World Machines. I might use Snapback later once I've when it comes to the end of arranging more. See, once we've got some other sounds in the mix. Okay, we'll just cool, and now we'll put this in here. Yeah, let's keep it. Nice. So if I gated that, you know, you could probably get some. This is how a lot of my sound design starts, just like randomly for stuff like this. I don't know, you know. Pretty cool, isn't it? It's going into shimmer there, I think. Nice. We get some like textures going on. That's pretty cool, isn't it? I haven't tried the chord memory yet. Try the tremolo. Let's maybe loop it. Maybe if we go into some, you know, what could we do here? Could just go into some reverb. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I can use Amigo. I can use Snapback. So the way to what I'm going to do with this, right? I'm going to use the MIDI. So I've grouped the Amigo, and on the Amigo channel here, in an instrument rack, I can pull in cable guys, Snapback. Just make sure it's the VST free, because you need that to work with MIDI triggering, which is what I prefer to do because it's much tighter, and we managed to kind of work out how to do that. So I've got Snapback here, and this external instrument I'm gonna lock it to Snapback, and then I will duplicate this, right? So we've got two instances of it here for like the snare and the kick, say, and on this second one, this external instrument, I'll just do the same thing, but to the separate Snapback. You know, you could label them up if you want. Yeah. And on this first one, we'll pull this up. We're going to have this set the trigger to MIDI, right? And we want it C3, I think, because that's where the kick is. There we go. And you can zoom in and see the detail now. You know, you can see it's out of phase here. Maybe if we flip it. Maybe that's not the right sound. Pretty cool, eh? I feel like that again. You'd wait until we got other elements in, but maybe on the snare. So we've done the same thing. We've set this one up. I'm going to put this on the snare. MIDI, and it's going to be probably like we're on C3. It's probably going to be up D sharp or something. Okay, maybe not. Is it this? Yeah. Nice. Snare sizzle. Wow. I quite like that. Maybe want something like more metallic. Nice. That is so cool, this. And I probably have the volume a lot lower, you know, so it's very subtle what it's doing. And we haven't even done any processing yet, which I probably would do, you know. I just kind of want to get some texture of other stuff happening. So this was quite cool what we're doing here. Another thing we could do actually is we'll leave that in. What I'm going to do now is pull in a test tone. Yep. That feels like a good thing to do. I've got this from the last time we did this. So this is at C#3. So if we bring it down a step, it should be at C. We can test that with a Ableton's tuner is great for this kind of thing. It should. Yeah, that's right. Again, but like if we could just, I could just run this into some effects probably. And then resample it. I feel like this is what I should do. But like given that I have an hour, it's sometimes you know, you can spend a whole session on like sound designy stuff, can't you? And then maybe we could do something with vibrato. So one thing on MIDI effects are cool. I really like the arpeggiated thing. What am I talking about? On the chord device, the strum Drum's really really cool. I'm into that. So you could just put it on random stuff, whatever. What I'm trying to avoid is just like using loads of samples that I know will probably work. Like that, that's cool, isn't it? More delay as well. Alright, okay, cool. I'm getting a bit of an atmosphere and stuff now, just with some reverb. Just with like shimmer and delay. I want to dive into next, which is some like sound clash vocals. I was using them the other day on stream and they were sounding really great. Yeah, and then I can probably just dive into other stuff. These 2K Soundboy sample CD X Nation. Wonder how George is getting on.
I don't talk about for the control tower. I
don't circle we are circle and chuckle. I don't circle we are. All massive.
Yeah, nice.
All massive.
I feel like maybe, I can definitely use Amigo a bit more than just like as a sampler.
All massive. All massive.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I'm using it as like almost just like
all massive.
Right, let's get an intro or something. We could probably just play off a hi-hat. Let's just go back to the break again.
All massive. All massive.
Yeah. I'm just going to pull this over, duplicate it.
Come again with it. Tell a man. Loveliness. Come on. Hey, me.
No, it's got some delay on it anyway.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
Want that yar like that.
Yeah.
What should we do now? I feel like I want to, like, maybe a bass or something. Alright, cool. I'm going to pull in sound toys actually. I know George is a fan of sound toy stuff, so I'm going to pull in the effect rack and we're going to do some processing in here maybe. We'll like do some EQ. We'll do some... We could do some filtering, couldn't we? We'll do... Devil Lock's quite great and breaks it. Get some of the reverb on really tight. Cool. Need like a so I've probably got a Reese somewhere. I didn't just want to use a Reese, but like maybe I could do one I've made myself. We could do some like additional filtering on it or something. I don't need to make everything from scratch. It's okay. It sounds like it's chucking it down outside. I can't see. I've got my let's just find some sort of nice some sort of nice pad. Might have been that I've squeezed this too much here. I did think about making one with like detuning saw waves and doing some resampling, but actually, I'm not going to be too worried about it. Because I'd have to take this longest loop that I made. I want to do. There's probably got one in here. There's a good one in here. I'm okay with that. What gate on? Flat. That could be the one, couldn't it? Something of a bassline, isn't it? B flat. That last note. it sounds pretty cool. Bringing it right down. Room reverb, but I probably want to put. It might sound nice with like its own reverb, actually. Mm. Certainly got a nice timbre to it, the Amigo. Oh my days. I'm feeling the pressure now. How much? 46 minutes. I've just spent most of that time chopping a break. Okay. I quite like the what is it, the LA2A. I think that sounds pretty good on breaks, actually. That kick's probably wrong. What's the other one that I quite liked? Gorilla. That's not bad. That's quite chunky, that, isn't it? These are too bassy. That's not bad though, is it? I might try some other bass lines as well. Oh God. 43 minutes. What else we got? Oh yeah. Okay. So maybe we could like do different break now. We've got a bit of a bass line. Let's go. Actually we'll just work with what we had. Unless we bring that up here and just put the velocity at like, you can just hold it and type 90. Okay, cool. I need some atmosphere, and I'm just going to use a pad. So what have we got here? That's not how you spell tweet. Hey, Jarson. Cool. All right, that sounds tasty. That snare, actually. All right. What am I doing? Potenza. I've got to be careful not to just like use other stuff now at this point. What about, should we use one of George's sounds? I kind of like these arcology sounds. These tech sounds pretty cool. What I'm gonna do? These are George's. These are great, aren't they? What have I got in my own? No, we'll just see what this is. Right? Could be quite cool to like play them really low or really high. Sounds better. That's not bad, is it, that? Let's make another sound from that same sample. Just like do a stretch. So I just have shimmer on the return. Happy accidents, people. I think that's just like the start of the sample. Cool. Now we're getting somewhere now, so I'm just gonna have some hi-hats. I don't care what these are. Actually, maybe just want some hats. I'll probably just get these in the drums and use. Yeah, let's just find something. That's not a hi-hat, is it? Let's pull in some more respaces, yeah. How's George going on, anyone? Is anyone watching George's as well? If you're enjoying this, if you could give it a like, that'd be cool. I mean, I could probably do things like distort that res I've already got, but for the sake of timing, we've got like half an hour left. I think, like, you know, it's okay to have your sound that you go to all the time, you know. Another Reese, isn't it? The break sounds great. Another thing that's quite cool, you know, we could just take all the kick drums out. This probably sounds... This second snapback's too loud at the moment. Both respaces on. Maybe put that one up. I've just pitched it up. Add some more percussive bits of some sort. Anything. Okay, we got a stick or something. Just adding in more percussion now. It's very much about the drums. So what I'll do here is, like, I'm going to go to the returns and create return chain. I'll do a couple, right? Because these can just go to my, to my session, the return channels in my session anyway. Valhalla Room, Vintage, Echo, 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 Echo Boy, Valhalla Shimmer. Okay, we've got 23 minutes left here. cool, isn't it? Second one, we could have it go to echo of some sort, and we'll have the Congo going there. Maybe you could go to this one. Another vocal, and then we've got 20 minutes to arrange it then, and then I think it's probably as good as I can get it. I feel like there's no switch up, but maybe we can just make something happen. We've got about a zillion of these open at the moment. Let's just go to music radar. I think I'm going to use the the ad-libs. Use these all the time. We'll just find one that's in key. Like what, B flat I think we're in. They'll probably call it A sharp, so work. When would that be useful? Ever? When would like that little tune, I think. So that is like happening at the end. It's too loud. Yeah, okay. Right, let's go for a jam. I'm just going to do this with my mouse here, I think. Hey, Stecker. Probably missed you. I was so into it. Right, okay. So these are all like break stuff. We'll just keep these out of the way. 17 minutes. I need these SoundCloud open. Normally I do this with my triggering stuff, right? So what I do want to do actually I want everything to be, I'm just going to record a jam now, everything to be legato on launch, because I want to be able to switch back through to stuff, yeah? No, that's quite heavy, that, isn't it? But that'll do for now. That'll do for now. Here we go. What are we going to start with, really? We'll just start with everything happening. Oh, I think I've done this effing thing where I've looped it. Man, what? I don't know what... Right, does that... I hate Ableton sometimes for that. That was a vibe, and that... Okay, we'll try again. That's okay, we've still got 11 minutes left. Hey Joe, thanks a lot. Okay, right. That was really working, wasn't it? Have we got this still on reverse? We've got 11 minutes left. We can do a jam. I've just reversed it. Okay, just click reverse. We want the deduk, and we want the... I kind of like that, and I think the Reese worked well coming in first. The drum and the mouse jam. Cool, there we go. That was alright, wasn't it? 4.5 minutes. Okay, we've got 6 minutes left to like just level stuff up a little bit. Just cut that ending off. That sounds pretty crusty and authentic, doesn't it? I don't know if I did anything groundbreaking with the sampler, but it sounds amazing. And I was hoping to like showcase the... I was hoping to showcase the like oscillator stuff more, but didn't really get around to it. That's okay. Oh, it's pretty decent though. We'll call that 24. I'll put this in my 2411, 24. Duduk. 2. Awesome. This thing. So this is just an APC Mini, Joe. Like 8x8 grid clip launcher, really quite basic, but I just use it for triggering pads. Yeah. So it's like it's pretty I use a mixture of pads, mouse, keyboard, you know. Oh my god. There we go. Okay. That's 2 hours. That's alright. But has Groovin and G gone for like, I wonder if he's gone for spacey and stuff like that. I've kind of definitely been in a darker place lately of late with my sound. More dark and stripped back, you know. See what I'll do is I'll just I'll dial in George. See if this works, okay? If we can get the tech working. Put this away from here. I hope you enjoyed that anyway. I should still be working. I'm still live, am I? Am I still live? Why can't I see myself? This one. You can all still see me, can you? Presumably. Thanks, Joe. Well, that was pretty good. I managed to get a track idea down. Definitely. You know, it's like 4 minutes there. I sometimes feel like I was definitely feeling a lack of synthesizers there. I would have gone straight to some synths for sure. I definitely felt a lack of, definitely felt I was missing those. Let's see if we can get this tech working. So I'll just see if we can get the sound. George is in the house now. Hello, mate.
Hello. Oh, hold on, I've got to pause your YouTube because I'm going to get feedback firing it. Okay, we're in. How did that go for you?
Yeah, pretty good. If you I'm just going to bring you up on this screen. Like 1 sec. So I can hear you good, which is great. I don't know, like how YouTube will handle this. It should be fine. Hopefully everyone should be able to see you now. Can everyone see George?
Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. This is George. Yeah. You can hear us both as well. A very large George. Okay, yeah, sorry, quite big on my screen.
Full screen, me.
Yeah, that was really good. You can see me all right, can you? Can you see me okay?
Yeah. I've just got you on normal sort of Zoom, so it's easy for me.
Sound. Okay, cool. Nice one. Yeah, no, that was pretty good for me. How about you? They said
I enjoyed working in Logic. I found it a little bit easier to flesh out the track in the time period in Logic where Renoise, I'm always in a mad sort of rush the last half an hour it comes together. So that part of it was good.
Yeah.
And I had a lot of fun working with Amigo, just doing bits of automation and lots of tricks. And I kind of just went on a bit of a creative ramble for the last 2 hours.
I feel like you probably did more than I would have done. Actually, I was saying this when we were doing it. Was like I feel like George would be doing more tricks and things like automation or using Amigo more for its like full capability. But yeah, I guess you'll have to just. I definitely made use of its sound quality and chopping breaks to it and like gate and all those kind of good things. You know, like sculpting the envelopes of the individual hits of the break, you know, the but yeah, do you want to like play back each other's work?
Yeah,
do that?
maybe you go first this time.
Sure. Okay, so like now I'm gonna have to share my screen. Okay, so how is this gonna work now? I better be careful so I don't get right. Okay, so if I share this one, can you see that, George? Now then,
I will.
Hang on, share. Let me see. Okay, can you see that? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Okay, right. Share computer sound, high quality, optimized for sharing. Actually, yeah, cool. All right. And how is that looking coming out the other end? So I think, hang on. You can still hear me, George.
I can hear you fine. Yeah, you might have to pipe your audio down the Zoom.
I'm thinking that should we see if it works or not? So I haven't played it yet. So anything? Nothing.
No, I won't be able to hear that. But it should. If you're what are you sending to?
So
YouTube?
I think let's see if I can on Ableton if I can share sound through Zoom.
Yeah, we're in. Nice.
Right, cool. So volumes might be crazy. Can you still hear me still?
Yeah.
That's
It's maybe a little bit louder than you, but it's not too bad.
all right. Cool. Okay. Yeah. So let's go, shall we? I'll just bring myself down here so people can see you in the top as well. Cool. All right. Good volume.
Yeah, perfect.
When it kind of continues in the same, I'll just play it in full. Fade,
yeah, nice. Roll it out. That was lovely. Really good. The reach bass was so sick in there. It had really good power to it. I can sort of feel it in my studio. Everything starts vibrating a little bit.
Yeah, that was a good sample. Like I was thinking I might get a chance to like make one, but I really felt not having like a synth or something, to be honest. Like a lot of stuff I've been doing lately has been in synthesizers or in Ableton stuff, in Ableton synths and things like that. But yeah, like I spent a large amount of time chopping that break, chopping the first breaks. So
yeah, we did loads of break work. I could hear loads of variations coming in at different points and little things.
Yeah, and then I started to kind of just like build up atmospheres just from like just reverbs and stuff that I've just got, Valhalla reverbs and stuff. The same stuff I just have on my template sets, really. Ableton's Echo devices and stuff like that. I use snapback on the main break.
Interesting. I'd love to hear that sort of with and without the snapback layers.
Yeah, I can show you. So like we just had I've actually used the MIDI to trigger the snapback rather than the audio, because I can get a much tighter kind of feeling to it. So let's just so you can hear it. The break is the Scorpio break, and I'll just turn the kick off.
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't it? And then I had another snapback on the snare, which kind of started to bring things to life and maybe really zero in on the two-step pattern. This sizzle popper thing. I kind of pulled the decay down a bit because it was. That's off. Yeah, so it's kind of making it really hypey,
Yeah, it's also it's like instead of using a reverb, maybe because you've managed to get the tail to not sound so gated and choppy by using that.
Yeah, and like maybe there's definite refinement. Like listening back to this, like all the stuff that I'd probably spend more time on the break patterns actually, because there's bits where it switches up with the other one with this second break where I didn't do anything like that. I literally just chops it hit by hit. I did have an effect rack going on with it, with various effects and stuff. Like the Devil Locks, I really love the sound of that on breaks and stuff. Yeah, but and I think I probably pulled down the Amigo sample rate a bit, but I chopped it hit by hit, and I did the same with the other one as well, because I love what I can do after that in Ableton, really, where I can kind of just build up my own patterns and stuff, which is really what I spent a lot of time. And again, if I didn't put snapback on this one because I kind of wanted it to be like a switch up maybe, but I'd definitely spend more time on this second break. Do you know what I mean? If I was working on this again. And then there were some like just like percussive hits, just some kind of atmosphere from like a slice of the Amen, the cymbal just used as like an atmos trigger. Just like that. Do you know what I mean? That could just like fill out the space. And the Reese was just literally a Reese-based sample, but then I pulled down the sample rate quite a bit. I probably could have messed around with like some modulation and stuff, but I kind of, once I'd hit that vibe, that was probably enough to kind of do it for me.
Yeah, the Reese-based is sometimes quite hard to like distort. It kind of goes weird quite quickly, doesn't it? When you saturate or anything, you have to almost leave it.
You want it to be woolly. I like to start. Sometimes I like the really, really fizzy, face melting Reese's, but I also like the really woolly, really low ones that aren't too distorted. The moody ones.
I agree.
And then this kind of sample that was, I think it was right. This was off Instagram. It was some guy playing a reed, like for like a whatever kind of wind instrument, but he had it on a straw, and he'd made like this like kind of little flute out of a straw, and that was just a tiny slice of that. I think it's his breath almost. With the Reese,
Rings out really nicely that with the reverb.
Yeah. Shimmer, I think. Like, again, I was quite, I wouldn't say lazy, but I just did like I just did instinctively stuff like that. Because after I spent like 45 minutes chopping the break, really. So.
Yeah, so then you're a bit pushed for time once you because break chopping does take forever. It's the most meticulous part of the process, isn't it?
Absolutely. And I'll save these now. I'll like embed the sample and just save these channels in my user library so that if I can just use them again rather than having to chop it all up and do that. Because I keep this like master clip here, so it sounds chaotic, obviously, because you've got the rolls and double strokes at the end, but yeah, it's there for future use. But that I wanted to kind of showcase that this afternoon as well, really. Just how you chop hit by hit to Amigo. Yeah, so I think I kind of achieved that, and it's I'm reasonably happy with that. It's not bad. Like, everyone was saying that yours was a lot different, or a few comments were saying yours was vastly different to mine. So
yeah, we definitely went for a different vibe, interestingly. But I like the sort of space you create, especially in the intro to your one. It's got some really good anticipation of what's kind of coming. And definitely, yeah, yours had maybe a sparser mix, but I actually liked it. I just was chucking lots of stuff in there as usual and sort of throwing paint at the wall.
I find it's like I don't know, it's probably listening to like too much Paradox or stuff like that, where some of the arrangements are so minimal but like so effective, and like I'm big into that kind of stripped back sound at the moment, actually, like, and where it's just especially with the break working really hard and having like a really compelling timbre.
Yeah, like the kick layer you use is very paradoxy.
Yeah,
that big bassy sort of weighty kick under the
and the kind of but I feel like the samples I would definitely explore those a bit more. I'd have to come back to this after a few days, see how I felt about it. But definitely happy with the break.
Yeah, the break work was amazing. It's one of those things where if you go and add another sort of 5 or 10 sounds to it, you maybe retract some of them or refine other ones, and then it really takes shape within an hour or two.
Yeah, for real.
But it's hard in 2 hours to come up with a really, with an amazing idea and flesh it out. It never really quite happens, but you get a lot of the stuff in there to sort of give you, if you come back with another good session like that, then you're in the money,
Yeah, sure. Like, that's pretty good. Like, I've had much worse. I've had real car crashes of sessions before. You got to kind of pull it out of the bag for doing these things anyway. But Yeah, man. Let's hear yours anyway. I'll stop sharing.
Okay, let's do it.
I think I have stopped sharing.
You
No,
might have to
no.
let me share screen.
Enable screen sharing.
So I can send you a request.
Okay, yeah, I've allowed it. Hopefully this all works fine and it comes through to YouTube. All right, good.
I think it will if I send it through in the right way. Is it gonna? Oh, it's gonna let me do it now. Share sound, stereo, share.
Yep.
Cool.
All right, I can see that. Nice.
We're in. I'm actually in the new Logic version as well, which has finally brought in like a plugin feature where you can just type in the plugin name and load it. How many years have they taken to do that? It's unbelievable.
It looks a lot different to when I've seen it before.
It was a little bit buggy and weird for me in some things, so hopefully I think it'll get updated.
Looks like you got way more sounds than me.
I did. Lots of them are just effects and little bits and bobs, or copying a break to a new channel and stuff. Maybe if I just play it and then I can go through some things.
Test the sound. Let's see how it's going.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah. I can't believe it's all worked, to be honest. Nice.
It's a dream when it comes. That's basically it there.
Yeah, that's great, man.
Go and roll out the.
I think it's certainly more like introspective though than some of the stuff I've like last time we did it, or like the what was when last time we did a track feedback stream. I feel like the time before, what were we doing the time before? But like your track, it was certainly I've like congratulations on if this feels like a full piece of music. Do you know what I mean? Whereas like I think the other times it was like it hadn't quite got to that point. Would that be fair to say?
Oh, that's definitely fair to say. Yeah. In Renoise, I often kind of like probably what you had today, where you spend 45 minutes fleshing out your original idea, and then maybe Logic and Ableton, it's easier to go from that point and kind of speed off. Whereas I think Renoise, it just takes longer to do some things. Maybe that's just the way I work in it. But I really struggle to finish tunes in 2 hours. But Logic kind of is a bit easier, actually.
Yeah. This definitely feels like more of a. This feels less Renoisey, if you know what I mean. Like and definitely more Logic-y, more Ableton-esque in its. As
vibe. I was making this, I felt like it sounded like one of your tunes that we listened to in one of these live streams.
But no, that's sick, man. I love I can hear all the automation you've done in Amigo and stuff, and it kind of made me feel like I knew when I was arranging stuff and everything. I was like, I bet George is like going deep with the automation, and I certainly had some things I wanted to try in it, but I think I didn't get time to. And sometimes you don't like you don't want the sound of like time stretch break or whatever. Do you know what I mean? You just want like I'm kind of big into like the drum funky thing at the moment of avoiding that, I suppose. You know,
it can sound gimmicky, definitely. And I had lots of moments in this where I'd overdone the effects, and then I had to go back and it just sounds a bit sort of like you're just throwing things in there because you can do them, not because they actually sound good or they improve the song or.
Yeah. No, I completely. And sometimes it's like exactly the right thing to do. It's like horses for courses, isn't it? It's kind of sometimes the track is just. I'm always trying to balance between like doing it and it. You know, you can tell it's that effect, but then it also is like musically so apt and needed at the point in the tune. But I thought that was brilliant, man. Soulful, nice, emotional.
No, I know what you mean. It's a lot of it is maybe timing the effects with other instruments and other things in the song, so you're not just listening to a stretched snare. It's the track has led you to that point.
Yeah. It's like gestural. Do you know what I mean? It's almost like it's like when you have a really good conversation. You know, like it's like when someone makes a really good point with, and that's how and you can use like these effects on plugins like Amigo or whatever to kind of deliver that gestural feeling with these edits. It's a wider jungle thing anyway, isn't it? Really doing that, but.
Amigo is just so good for it because it's all there in a nice UI for you not to have to think too much about what you're doing with them.
You can't automate stuff like that in Ableton at all. Do you know what I mean? You can't. There's no way to automate a time stretch of like I don't think, or it's certainly not as easy. It's certainly not as easy to do. I don't think you can.
You have to sort of bounce layers and all kinds of things, don't you? And it all gets really messy and complicated when Amigo keeps it quite neat in your for sure. And it's got the like I just love the sound quality. Like you said one time you like can use the sample rate to kind of sculpt the breaks tonal quality a little bit. I think that was really evident in what I was doing when I was chopping it and stuff. Interesting to note, we both used the same tempo of 172. Is that right? Yeah.
That's weird, isn't it? Like, well, it's not that strange. It's like 2 out from 170.
I quite often go for 168 But you go through a phase. I go through a phase of just using one tempo every time I make a tune and trying to see how that makes me feel, or how much of a difference it actually makes.
Yeah. And that, like, this sounds faster than mine, yet it was at the same tempo.
Yeah, it may be because the breaks, the amen always makes it sound quick because it's such a splashy break that you get.
Yeah.
But I did actually do quite a clever trick with the amen to make it work, because I was having that problem where I pitched it up, but then it was, if I take off the loop and the ping pong loop, it had all that. It was really gated because I'd already processed this one in a different project. So you can actually, as long as you slice up all the hits, you can do that trick.
Yeah.
Where it's essentially going to get to the end of the break or the slice and then reverse it, the last bit.
I did the same thing on my chops, yeah.
Which really saves you there, actually. Where do I go? Maybe I'll start just with the pads, because that was the whole song was based on. I did actually cheat. I have to hold my hand up at one point here, and I bounced out a Amigo bit and just did a little audio edit.
I think that's all right. That's
of
okay.
The pad. Anyway, so yeah, there is one. So there you go. But I did. The one thing about this pad, I think I started. It can be really easy for it to become really repetitive. These layers, if you just go round and round.
Nice.
So I have this one. So I essentially did two, and then I bring in little variations.
Nice.
So you get a nice, whatever that is, 16-bar loop of a pad, rather than if you have an 8-bar. 8-bar, I feel like it's boring quite quickly.
Yeah.
And then I actually duplicated this to another layer of a different pad with a tremolo on.
Yeah, nice.
And then they give you that really full feeling. And then almost all of it, apart from that, is effects and breaks.
What break is that?
This was actually from, I couldn't even tell you. It might be from Plastic Jam or somewhere.
Right.
Yeah, these are from the Plastic Jam breaks. One of my patrons very kindly sent me all the Plastic Jam breaks from the original record, and I just chopped them up so I have all these little things. But I'd happily give them. I mean, yeah, I feel it's okay to share them. If anyone's watching this, we can share them as part of this live stream.
Yeah, cool. That'd be a good idea. Yes, please, George. I definitely have them.
Yeah, they're really good breaks. So I start with that one, which was kind of quite a strip rack layer, and then I've been doing a lot of break swapping at the minute, but mostly break layering rather than swapping from one break to another. I like layering them up on top of each other, and I had this really good like phasey ride break.
Nice.
Which it almost sounds a bit Dillinger-y.
Yeah.
In how he would do his breaks, and then another fill layer of a break as well.
Nice.
These are really cool. So lots of vocals. The only thing I'm really doing with the vocals is finding the right chops, and then half note delay is the king. Half note delay or dotted 8-note delay.
Yeah.
Saves the day with effects and vocals. It's just the go-to thing. But these are really cool because you made a ambience out of a crash from one of your breaks, and then I've been doing lots of effects from a snare. So it shows you like you just have to be sort of creative with your sound design. Looks like I'm modulating,
doing some pitch and stuff.
Yeah, modulating the pitch with a sine wave.
Oh, that's a classic Groovin in G effect, that.
Which I do these in renoise.
Yeah,
so I was like, how do I do
that in renoise? Yeah.
I do it, but then you can create loads of variations from that same.
Yeah, love it. I just wouldn't think to. I might do stuff like that, but I wouldn't. It's funny how one comes to their kind of bag of tricks or like what they're into doing and stuff.
That's my mate. The looping sort of pitch effects tricks is where I always go to. I think actually.
Yeah.
Just because they're really unique and out of time, and that's what I I like. Yeah, it's like playing with a delay or something when it's not rigid to your song.
Yeah.
And then the Amen was probably just one trick I think I'm sure you probably would have done it, but I've been loving so much now, and it's the most effective way to create drum fills, or probably the easiest way is just doing a send to a dotted eighth note delay on a drum bus.
Nice, yeah.
It's such a good one that you always forget about. So there's a few things going on with this, like pitch thing.
Nice, yeah.
And then I'm doing like a filtering effect there as well. So loads of automation going on. And I used to be so scared of automation. Maybe Renoise helped me overcome my fear of automating.
Yeah. What getting it right? Doing the right automation, or
yes, yeah, it's all in there. You're like, how do you do it? How do you perfect it?
Yeah, but it's kind of, it's a strange thing, isn't it? Because if you were playing on an instrument and you just turned playing a guitar and turned a wah-wah pedal on or something, right? It's the same thing. You're filtering the sound, but like you wouldn't think of it happening out of time or at the wrong point. It just wouldn't even, It's funny how it's almost because you could see it on the grid. Do you know what I mean? You think, is this the right amount at the right time? And yeah.
It's important. It's quite an intimidating thing. It's also I think just knowing what to automate.
Yeah,
is
true. Yeah,
I would say delays and filters are like the main things to mess with, and all the other ones are like very specific.
Yeah.
But I was doing little pitch effects you can see in the.
I could hear those. Yeah.
And then I don't know what I've done here. I don't know if you do this, but often just duplicating the same kind of patch to a new track and then processing it differently.
Yeah, I did that on this. If I duplicated it and just changed the sound actually, but yeah, I do that kind of thing a lot, like you say. Yeah,
because it can get really confusing. That's the thing about automation, is knowing when to just duplicate the track and not fiddle with all of these things.
Oh yeah. I usually do that in breakdowns and stuff. I do that like if I've got a bass line that I want to just filter out, just to be. I think I did it on stream the other week, just a bandpass filter or something. Then often I'll just duplicate it just to do that, rather than kind of automate it all on the same channel.
Yeah,
it can get really fiddly.
You figure it out, but there's always a point where you can spend so much time trying to mess with it in a track, and it's easy just to copy it to a new thing.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
It was essentially just effects, a few vocals, and then I was trying to find some sort of melodies and things to go along, which I struggled with actually.
It's more of a vibe.
This thing,
nice.
and then a weird, which ended up, it was so weird without the effects. Maybe if I play it.
Where's that come from?
Which is a loop. It was my bass line, just a loop version of the bass.
Nice.
So you could kind of make anything from anything. But I think the one thing I maybe thought my song could have done better is leave the main idea of the pad. I really wanted to go somewhere different.
Yeah.
And then maybe come back to it. And I just couldn't quite. I had like a stabby bit here. Which is that like create a stab from a pad idea.
I like the dubby section there, where it's like a bit of a dub out, But then I feel you like kind of hit a nice vibe, didn't you? And like you don't need to, and you switch it up enough that it was like it worked.
Thank you for saying that. I think maybe I had to throw loads of effects and drum technique in when if I'd found a new idea to go to, I would have been able to do less than that. So I was maybe compensating
True.
a little bit.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
But it came off good. I think both our tracks are really good, actually.
That's good there, but yeah, like keeping the quality up for sure. That was that, but I did really.
For the next head-to-head.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I did really miss a synth because I've been so synthy of late, and I was like, oh, I was thinking about doing some resampling and stuff like this. So I did, and just using Amigo to its full potential. But yeah, I think you've done that. Thankfully, I think we've kind of covered it between both.
Yeah, for sure. It's Amigo is. I don't know what I was going to say. I think the thing I love about Amigo is it's so simple. Like even though looks like we're doing quite complicated things in our projects. A lot of the time you're just messing with the sample rate and messing with the loops, and there's not too much going on in there to confuse you.
Yeah, for sure. The slicing's really good. That's improved for sure from the first version. Like the auto slicing with the threshold, with the that was really great from the chopping this time around. But
yeah, I did. I sliced them by hand for the first two breaks, and then I was like, I haven't got enough time to do another break.
Yeah, no, me too. I did two and was like, I was pushing it really, but yeah, okay. We'll sign off, shall we, George?
Yeah, it's just been a little bit of a chill one today, hasn't it? But I look forward to diving in again. We'll have to come up with another idea. The feedback stream was really fun to do and quite chilled, so we both really enjoyed that.
I think we should do another one of those, in the new year.
Yeah, that'd be fun. It'd be a good way to start the year, actually.
Yeah. So
everyone's Christmas tunes they've been making. Maybe we have a Christmas drum and bass jungle challenge or something.
Yeah, I've tried to do that before, and it was like so hard. Actually, the 12 Days of Christmas, but like in a kind of breakcore style. But it was actually really complicated because they changed time signatures quite often, Christmas carols and stuff like that. So
interesting.
But yeah, all right. Well, we'll say goodbye for the afternoon anyway, folks. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that, and I'll be watching George's stream back, and I expect everyone else will be catching up between them. But yeah, cool. All right, we'll say good.
Thanks
say goodbye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah, cheers, everyone. Cheers.